Inside PressBox is presented by Maryland Live Casino. Always live, always on. This holiday season, you can give yourself a year's worth of 6-ounce Frosty drinks with any purchase while giving back to those in need. For just $1, you can support the children at St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. When you pick up the Wendy's Frosty key tag, it's a great gift to yourself or a cool stocking stuffer for all. How well do you pick weekly NFL games? Play against the PressBox staff by downloading the Pick Factor app for your phone or tablet. Click Join a League and enter league name PBS for PressBox Sports. Once you enter PBS, you'll be able to see how your weekly picks do against me and our entire PressBox gang.
And a special thank you to Under Armour, a proud sponsor of PressBox. The December issue of PressBox hits the streets later this week. The cover story is on the Unseld family business, Wes Unseld of the Unseld School. Remember, PressBox distribution is fueled by Royal Farms.
Welcome back into Inside PressBox. Our next guest was a lacrosse team captain in his playing days with Johns Hopkins University. He's the founder and executive director of Next One Up, an organization whose goal is to help transform the lives of young men in Baltimore City by supporting and advancing their academic, athletic, and social development. It's a pleasure to welcome in Matt Hanna. And Matt, we do appreciate your coming in. I met you through Eddie Wingrat, and a good friend of mine, and the Sports Boosters of Maryland. They like you. They talked you up really big, and I'm impressed. Tell us a little bit about what your organization is all about.
Sure. I founded this as a teacher in Baltimore City, as a basketball, lacrosse coach, and looking at the lack of opportunities that young men had in the summer. I was the son of a coach. I went to my dad's camps. I grew up around sports day to day. So we tried to build opportunities in the summertime for these guys, and that was 7 years ago. And now I'm full-time with Next One Up, and we focus very much on academics first, and most importantly, life after sports. What are you going to do when this career times out? And what if the offers that you're looking for do not come? We want these guys to be college ready, college bound, but most importantly, I say, hey, you're already talented as an athlete. Let's talk about what you're going to do for a job when you're older. So we support them in a number of ways, and of course we cheer them on the field and on the court.
I can only imagine the depth of how necessary this is as far as Baltimore City youth is concerned. How do you identify kids that you can bring into your program?
For us, it's kind of a simple 3 words: home, street, and school. We look at what's going on at home, we look at what neighborhoods they're coming from, and we look at the support, or some cases lack of, that they're getting at their schools. So we went to a school, KIP today. It's a wonderful place that provided some great kids in the near the Park Heights area. They take a look at some of our identifiers, kids that they know have potential academically and maybe athletically that need a support system. We meet with that group, our group of 85 boys, every single Sunday at the 29th Street Community Center. So, the weekly touches are there, and we visit their schools during the week. So we go full force, and some kids don't want that oversight, and it's the way that we find our guys.
Wow. How much do you find that kids that you get, the kids that are still out on the streets, are trying to pull them away from doing good? Is that a big part of the issue?
It is. That's that street portion of when you walk out your door, what influences are there? We've had, so many stories of guys, getting robbed on their way to the rec center. It happened last week. We deal with that quite a bit. And the influences in their neighborhood. But what we're finding is the stereotype that's out there in some of these tougher neighborhoods, there's a huge population of young men that want something better. And those are the guys we're finding.
You told us something interesting before the show. We were talking, and you mentioned that, and you have had kids come through your program that are now playing college ball. And as part of the deal that you make with these kids is when they're in college, they have to come back to you and tell their story with you to kids that are aspiring to do that. Talk a little bit about that compact that you make with them.
That's our student athlete contract, and when you join our program, that young man will identify time and say, hey, coach, I'm ready to turn over to be a mentor. We have a young man, Brian Chase, who's playing football at Rutgers, and last year we had a young man, Terry, who's at Mervo. Attitude, he was struggling, and I wasn't reaching him. I called Brian up in New Jersey. I said, you got to call this kid. And we do it often, text message, whatever it might be. So some folks look at our nonprofit, hey, you have 2 full-time employees, but I look at it as we don't. You know, we have 20 guys at the college level or above, and those guys are on our team.
I can't tell you how impressed I am with your message, your delivery, and what you're executing out there. If somebody's listening today or watching this, give us your website address. And you need money, don't you?
Of course, that's how we operate.
Yeah.
And we've got some wonderful donors behind us, but it's growth is a big piece of what we're doing.
Yep.
We don't plan to serve 85 boys every year. We'd love to grow. We run a wonderful 5-week summer program funded by the Annie E. Casey Foundation, and this year we'll be at McDaniel College, and these boys need college immersion.
Okay. What's the website address?
Nextoneup.org.
All right. We appreciate your coming in.
Thanks for having me.
We'll keep following you.
Absolutely.
We'll do a story in the paper on
I appreciate it
as well. Thank you, Matt.
Up next is our Northwest BMW photo of the week. More Inside PressBox is straight ahead.
Inside PressBox is presented by Maryland Live Casino. Always live, always on.